I don't have a question, but I don't know if anybody ever noticed this. I don't do the mini course. I just do DM ads and Facebook ads. Um, and I'm really hoping that maybe I just don't know it's there. Maybe it is there on Instagram, but on Facebook, you can program as many responses as you want. I'm sitting here responding to a lead right now. That's why I said that. But anyways, I can sit here and respond to them pretty much while I'm in this meeting because I have all my responses already pre-programmed. So only when they ask like a one-off question do I really have to think about what I'm typing? And it also increases your speed of reply too, because you don't have to sit there and type and stop what you're doing. You just literally hit your response. Hey, thanks for reaching out. Question, do you have an existing dog or a new puppy? And then my next response is, what training needs, you know, did you have that motivated you to reach out? So they tell me, oh, I've got a new puppy. Well, that's pretty much a given, and we want to go ahead and get them started because, I mean, how much evaluation does a 16-week-old puppy need? But if they say, oh, I've got this dog and it's, showing aggression towards whatever, then we get a little bit more detail or yeah, that, we acknowledge it. Yeah, that can be really scary or really frustrating. Da 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 da. I'd really like to help you. Um, but and then I've even got responses programmed in there for if somebody just left me hanging. I've got one where it's like, and then my second one gets a little bit more aggressive. I'm gonna actually go to it. Not aggressive in a bad way, but you know what I'm saying. It says, hey, are you still interested in getting your dog trained, or should I remove you from our list of motivated dog owners who want training? And I don't know what it is, but that one makes them feel guilty. And they like respond every time because they're like, damn, am I not a motivated dog? But that's like, instead of me just not responding to, like, it gives them like one last chance. Like I've got people waiting in line to either respond or let me know that you're not interested anymore because I'm not going to continue to waste my time with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That-
right.
No, that's great. At what point, since you said that you had it automated, like at what point do you stop the automation and then you start to like, respond to that? Because like for example, you said that you have the first
The first,
automated.
yeah, the first two are definitely automated, and depending on what their answer is to that, it'll go into a third automated. And by then, I'm pretty much personalized unless they leave me hanging. And if they leave me hanging, I've got a couple of responses to that. And sometimes I'll just respond. And I think I had mentioned this before. I'm like, I get it. Text is a lot. If you'd like to just go ahead and give me your number, I'll give you a call and we can get you scheduled for your free transformation session. So that's one of my more easy ones, especially if it looks like it's an older person. Also, let me tell you this. Like, I don't know if this is just me old and I don't know how to work shit. Excuse me. But like I can't go to people's profiles on my business page. But I can look that person up in my personal page. So I'm constantly swapping back and forth. As soon as I get a lead, I immediately go look them up on my personal page because I want to see where they work, what kind of money they have, what is it looking like, and that kind of lets me know how far I'm gonna go with them, you know. I
Yeah,
know
no,
that all seems bad, but you know, time is money and money is time.
no,
Yeah,
That's all
I
I
agree
gotta
with
say.
you. I agree with you 1,000% of that because I also run DM ads. And people who respond to me, like I'm only, targeting dog trainers, but we look at their Instagram and you can tell that they're not dog trainers. Like you can tell like they're like a 17-year-old kid, like still living, with parents, like you can just straight up tell. So it's like when it comes to that, like we're not really going to entertain that. But then we come across someone who's like, on the bio it says, training for 10 years and, and you can straight out tell like the difference. So no, I get you 1,000% when it comes to that. And of course, doing your research, because a lot of things, sometimes what happens is that people just want to respond, but like they don't take the time to see, okay, like searching, the person. Like for example, if you see that they have a white golden retriever, like, like I would be like, oh my God, that's such a cute golden retriever. I have one exactly the same way, like so now you're building,
Mhm.
rapport with them simply by just, doing one click and just listening and just going to their profile, and that goes a very long way. But I'm very intrigued with the automated message that you have, just because you're absolutely right. You know, responding fast is super important. The lose like leads lose interest if you respond,
By the second.
24 to 48 hours. Like by then they're like they forget who you are, Um, and
Yeah.
that's what for me too. I had to get someone to help me on the DMs because it was taking me forever to respond. And I'm like, okay, I'm
Hmm.
spending advertising money right here. It's taking me 8 hours to respond when I have a little bit of time. Like something needs to be done here. So it's like, all right, I need to get someone on this because I'm just, losing money here, kind of thing. And
Yeah.
again,
So
that's where the EA
here's a
goes.
per here's a perfect example. They said, I said, do you have a new pup or are you having issues with an existing pet? She said, we have a 1-year-old and we have a 3-year-old dog. And I said, oh, so the third automated is, oh, okay, what training needs motivated you to reach out?
Mm,
So, I'm trying to get it, something to go off of other than just dog training. And then from there, she's going to give me a more detailed message. And then that's where I'm probably going to, oh, yeah, I understand. That's very frustrating, whatever, and get more details, try to find something to connect with her on other than dog training. Um, and if anybody's interested in where that is, on your business page, when you respond, there's the camera where you can take a picture, the little frame where you can go into your files, and then there's a briefcase. That briefcase is what you can go into and program as many responses as you want. I mean, I've got like one, two, three, I've got 7 different responses here, and based on what they say, it may be a personalized one if it's, a very detailed response, but if it's the normal stuff to get started, it's usually one of these automateds. And well,
nice.
not automated, it's just pre-written out to where I have to tap on, I've got to tap on the response that I want to respond with. And it
Gotcha,
keeps them
gotcha.
there. So you're literally
Gotcha.
responding within 2 seconds.